Hello, and welcome to Rügsæk Solo. The plan was to. I had planned to stream this episode, but as I mentioned in the last video, I've had some problems with my teeth, and I have had serious toothaches. But that's sort of fixed now. I don't look like Sully from Monsters Inc. anymore, but it turns out that apparently I have some health issues with my uh, jaw joint. Um, so, which obviously not too good, but yeah, I'm waiting for a response from hospital. So I think that I want to. Um, I'm not going to do a live stream before my health situation looks a lot better. So I'm 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 pushing the date for a live stream, but I would really like to do that too. But in the meantime, I'm all set up for another episode of Rügsæk Solo, and that must be Rügsæk Solo episode 6. And I'm all set up with both water, beer, and yeah, I have all set up. But before we jump into the story where we left off last time, I'm going to make a drawing of Titketut because he needs a drawing next to Curtis. Let me see if I can get Curtis up and maybe move him so there's room for Petit Kitut right next to him. And yeah, it can be that I'm going to cut up the video a bit so you won't have to see me draw the complete drawing of Petit Kitut. But we need a drawing of him, and we established behind the curtain last time that he's a troubadour, and he's very fashionable with a stag hide sort of armor, and cow pants, and that he has blue eyes and a pointy chin, wasn't it? Or triangular face or something. But on top of that, his traits are he has one trait. He's superstitious and he's quirky. No, he's not quirky. He is probably quirky. As a quirk, he has insomnia. He suffers from nightmares. And as we stopped last time, he's standing behind Curtis with his sling and firing at this dangerous cleric type that we encounter. But anyways, let's do a drawing of Titketut. Let's do it. I had some thoughts about him actually. I'm not going to draw like a full drawing of him. I'm just going to from his waist and up, like with Curtis here. very wobbly, sort of. I kind of like it. It's not looking too healthy. Oh yeah, for the details, the setup would use the Micron 31. Looks very almost pious. He's a faith user. Perfect. Could maybe, I don't know, make him look even more tired. But then again, he's going to look, um, you know, like he's too old because I'm thinking of Ketut as a young man. Maybe it doesn't really show that he's that young, but he is. He has lived a rough life as a troubadour. This is just about it. See like some details in his hair. looks a bit almost like a like it's put on looks like it's cut from what do you call it? Like reso print sort of. Maybe maybe use the Micron 30 for the hair detail. Yeah, better. Let's give him some worrying lines. Him look even more pious. Oh my God! Yeah, we Petit Ketut is growing out of the paper. I actually like the Micron Dirty more than the more sharpness to it. Like uh, like a pen nib, like that. Nice pen. I think Micron Dirty pen here in this I got in this pen download is my favorite so far for that symbol. I don't know what is. Uh, so perfect. Okay. So that's Petit Ketut. Need to find him a fitting frame. As you can see, I found a fitting frame for Petit Ketut. And Also, I just wanted to note that I have been working a bit, or a bit. I've actually been working quite a lot with Rügsæk. Um, so this is I haven't uploaded this version yet, but this is the latest version and it's version 1.15. And some things I wanted to shout out before we start is that I have been looking at the yes no oracle again and again and again. And think I think I think that I nailed it this time. So we left off here in the middle of a fight. And the last action we did was that um, the turmeric cleric missed Curtis by an inch. And I've also noted on Ketut's character sheet that he used two sling rocks. So they marked off, and as you can see in the top right corner, we got the difficulty die of the cleric. Let's just write his name so you can follow along. Call him Turmeric Cleric. So, and he has a difficulty die of 10 and hard points of 9, because what he also did just before we stopped was that he healed himself. So he's used one spell. Okie dokie. So I think it's time to throw a die because I can't remember if which turn it is actually, whether he was last or whether he got the attack. So anyways, I'm just throwing the combat d6 combat hazard die. Do it. And we got a 2. So what sort of situation is that? That is suffer minor harm. Lose 1 heart if in combat. Oh, oh. So our 2 characters now has to remove a heart each. Let me just get it open for you. Not the dice roller. Whoopa. Yeah. Suffer minor harm. Okay. That's minus 1 heart for Curtis. And 1 harm for Tut. Oops. Huh. Okay, but it's our turn. So let's try and remember things today. Each character has 2 actions. But Curtis doesn't need 2 actions for anything. He just wants to attack. So he's going to make the attack with his strength die, which is a 10, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's quite beefy. So let's do the rolls. Oops, the dice isn't showing. 1 sec. 5 Why isn't the dice showing? Oh, it's because it's because I have to uh, picture of uh, like that. Ketut was in the foreground, and also I have to roll the difficulty die first. Oh, that's a miss. What do you know? And he doesn't use his second action for anything, so it's Ketut's turn, and he's using his sling, and as I think he's got, yeah, agility of 10. So let's throw the dice. Oh, so that's a defense die of 10. It's a miss. And he's can't cast any spells or anything. So let's just get rid of the dice. So now it's the cleric's turn. Does he cast another spell? Maybe it's going to um, raise skeletons? Oh dear, I think he's going to do that. Let's see. Let's check out the spell. Can you read along? Yeah. So spells. Where did they? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's yes. No blessings. Where did they go? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Going to cast Turn Undead but reversed. So he can raise. You can raise 1d6 skeletons. The skeletons will fight at your side until dawn. So the difficulty die of his cast is the current situation, and I would say a quiet. That it's a D10 because he's in battle. He's not before battle. It would have been an 8. So his difficulty die first, and then D10. What do you know? He raises 1d6 skeletons. Oh dear. 4 skeletons. I asked for it. Okay, let's get the. Let's get the map up. I think you might raise. Let's let's do it like this. You might raise 4 skeletons, but I mean, let's see. 1, 2. There's room for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can get attacks in on them. So what am I going to do? I think I'm going to make some copies of Emir's skull. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, maybe one here. here, and here, and one here. Like that. So, call them skeleton. One, three, skeleton. That's bad. So, what else does he do? Spell doesn't state whether they can attack immediately. I'm going to judge that they can't, because he just summoned them. And I wouldn't, just because he's summoning, it's not a direct harmful spell in that sense, so he can actually do an attack as well. So he's going to attack Curtis. Yeah, good. So let me have a look at Curtis. This +1 for attack power. This no, sorry, armor value. So that's one hit for Curtis. Oh, okay, noted that. So now it's actually have to roll a d6 to see the combat hazard die. Oh. Actually, I was just thinking something because it says that. It just actually, I'm wondering about that. Is it just the player characters who suffer, or is it all? For now, let me just say that it's the player characters. That's bad. So Curtis is down to 7, and Kitsut is down to 5. This is getting worse and worse. Let's see what happens. Uh, but it's our turn. I think I'm going to judge that if they kill the turmeric cleric, he is the skeletons will disappear with him, or not what did disappear with him, but the skeletons will disappear as he summoned them. So I think our two heroes are aware of that, so they go going for the turmeric cleric. So perfect. That's a hit, and it's +1 for his sword, so that's 6, but he's just 5 because the cleric has an armor value of +1. So that's 5. That's a really decent hit actually. So going to there's only 4 left, 4 hard points left. That's a good one. And he doesn't use his other turn for anything. Let me just check if there's something he can do. You never know, right? Actually, there is something that I could grapple him. No, that's an attack, sorry. But actually, Ketut can aim. Mm, Aim for one action, ignore opponent's armor value on the ranged attack. So he should just do that every time. That's quite OP. Okay, so yeah, going to fire his sling. Uh, so that's a miss actually, because he's got +1 to attack power with his sling. It's 6 versus 6, and that's a miss. Meh, meh, meh. Okay. Oh no, now it's the skeleton's turn. Let's just say that I don't have stat blocks for skeletons, but I should maybe make that. But I'm going to say that uh, they are a medium enemy. So it's just actually I did make it. That was for an example of a if I can find it. A little bowman. Yeah, that's difficult to dive 8. Uh, but I think these are just totally generic skeletons, so they just have no plus to any, um, yeah, anything. They're just skeletons without armor. No, actually, I should, because they wielding a weapon at least, get +1 to attack power. Okay. So, 4 skeletons, and who goes first? I'm wondering. Let's just say that's a 2 by Ketut. That's a miss. And next one, yeah, he's not using his other action for anything. Actually, did I just roll a 2d10s? Let me re-roll that. The first one attacks again. Yeah, that's just a miss. Oops. Next one, a miss. So the next one at Curtis, a miss again. What do you know? And one hit to Curtis. Hmm. Where is Curtis? Down to 6 now. Okie dokie. Ow, ow, ow. And now it's the turmeric cleric. He used all his spells now. Oh, should I quickly add skeleton warriors? Skeletons. Skeleton. One. Yeah, but oops. 2, 3, and 4. They all got DD8. 8, and they all got 8. Like that. So, going to. Oh, I can see all. Great. Maybe move it actually. Okay. It's the Turmeric Cleric's turn. So, ah, that's plus that's 3. Ow, ow, ow. 3 hits for Curtis. He's down to 3 now. We have to end this fight. Get out of this fight and heal up. Oh, god damn it. Sorry. Uh, yeah, let's throw the combat hazard die. That's a 5. I can't remember what that is. That's oh, this is really good. It's the sign. The player characters observe opponents' weakness. Denote their difficulty step. That yeah, 1 die step. Yeah. So that's really good. So let's get this note thing up right. So actually, that denotes the lyrics ability difficulty down to 8, and the skeletons down to a 6. They still keep their HP. So that's better. So it's Curtis's turn. So what did I say? Yes, he has D8 now. Oh, that's a miss. Curtis, you suck. So now he's going to aim again, and yeah, let's see if Ketut can hit with his rocks. I shall remember to remove 2 rocks now. Okay, so that's 2 damage. What is his initial or current? Current. It's okay. He's down to 2, looking better. And I should also remember to remove 2 rocks. Oh, that's actually he's actually down to because um, I aimed, so he's down to 1 hard point, and I still need to change. So 6 rocks left. Oh, oh, so now it's this bad. This is really bad. I was lucky before, but okay, at least the difficulty is lower now. But yeah, I think I'm going to start with the Turmeric Cleric. He's going to lunge out after Curtis with his strange weapon. So yeah, that's good. He misses. So, and he's not going to do any other action. So it's the skeletons now. Let's take the ones at Ketut. Oh yeah, actually, because Ketut is, I should roll with his strength die. I forgot that before. What do you know? And what's Ketut's strength? The D8. D8 versus D6. Okay. Looking good. That's a miss. The other one. And a miss. Good, good. So, yeah, the two other skeletons are attacking Curtis. Let's see if he can dodge out of the way. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. There's a chance of. I hope there's a chance I can crit now. Let's hope for a 1. Miss. They all missed. Each and every one of them. So combat hazard die. New round. Ooh, that's a 1. So, oh god. Enemies attack first this time. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Take Curtis first. The turmeric cleric swings his weapon. That's a miss. Now it's the skeletons at Ketut. That is bad. So, actually, on behalf of the skeletons, I'm now going to roll a d4 to see if I crit. Poor Ketut. I did not. So, that's just a miss. Okay, next skeleton. Misses. And the two other skeletons? What's that? That's a 4. Okay, that's a miss. Again. And that's a miss because Curtis's armor value bigger. They don't have any bonuses. So that's a miss. Okay, let's roll hopefully the hazard die for the. Oh yeah, so 1 sec. Sorry, I forgot. We get to attack as well. So it's Curtis's turn against the turmeric cleric. That's a miss. Oh my god. Those 8s are rolling. D8s are rolling high today. Huh? Okay. Curtis. Not Curtis. Ketut. Yes, that looks good. Looks good. That's 1, but it's enough. It's enough. It's going down. Finally. Oof. He passes out. Let's say that normally monsters or beasts in Rügsæk would die here, but I mean, you can judge that if they want information from him he's just reached 0. I can judge that if they want anything, ask him something. They could probably do that. But what happens actually now that the cleric who steals voices die? Let me find out. But first I'm going to explain the scene. Because what happens now is that all the little skeletons disappear one by one. Like, poof, 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 poof. Yeah. And I think they drag, oops, him to the table. But okay, what happens? Let's figure it out because there's something. wonder if something peculiar happens when this fella dies, because I'm not sure he's connected magically to their voices. But what I'm going to do is that uh, Curtis is looking at Tut and says, "Are you okay? That was one hell of a fight. Um, we are hurt, and I think we must rest. But I wonder what's on the other side of the door. Let's have a look." Uh, and Curtis picks up the strange weapon device in the Americleric's hand, pulls it out of his hand. And the two heroes continue forth. Let me just move them about. Oops, that. So, spelunking over here. So, they're in this room. What's in the room? We have to figure out what's in the room. And let's get rid of the dice so we can actually see. Let's dress up the room. I think, shall we? I think let's wait with the. Let's see if there's some furniture in here. It is a room. Last session, we said that there was something scary or ominous in here. I think that's still the case. I think the cleric just got out of the room. Maybe there is a strange machinery that sort of can contain their stolen voices. Maybe that's what is strange and ominous. I'm going to ask the oracle, is that the case? Is there a strange machinery in here? I think it's more than 50-50 because I think we established last time that I'm going to ask, does the eerie sound, the ominous sound come from this machinery? Strange machine. Is there a strange machine in here? How it's all connected? And I'm going to say that it's probably a yes. So I'm going to roll a probability die versus a difficulty die of d6. So let's get the dice roller up. That's one above. So let's check the rules written. Let me get the. You can read along here and read it. One above is a yes. Great. I think the yes no oracle is working way better. Good job, Casper. Okay, so that's a yes. Okay, how does it look? Let's I think I have an idea in mind, but let's use the gum oracle for this one. Describe it. And maybe also, oh, my story dice. Quickly get the story dice. Also, just for now, let me just write. Roll 3 times on the Grand Oracle instead. So first, a word of action. 97. Summon Perfect. 17. Now for crypto. Corrupt would work as well, I think, for my idea. And 48. Influence. Summon corrupt influence. Okay, I have an idea. So, what if I say that the voices that are kept here, um, the reason why these two, maybe there are more voices actually, let's figure that out after. But I think Marcy's voice uh, would mean, or her influence with her voice and as her role as a diplomat would influence uh, uh, um, whatever they are trying to. Yeah, her voice would be too influential, and maybe because it says someone corrupt. I'm going to say that they're going to use her voice, um, like you know, bit like an illusion on. Um, I just have this idea that uh, the reason why he steals voices is it can also because he can use them uh, in some way. But I don't know. Okay, so if that's the idea, then maybe there's a reason. There's obviously a reason why they captured Ketut as well, but I don't know that reason. But we know that it's stolen. Am I able to see if there are more than one or those two voices? Interesting. Hmm. I'm going to ask my oracle. Are there more than two voices, or can it be seen? I think it can be seen because I just got this result and I looked at it. So maybe they are sort of floating in this. The voices are somehow um, like a vortex or something, and maybe that instrument weapon can be used to move the voices. And what happens if I put the instrument into the voices? Something like that. I don't know. Okay. Are there more? Does it look like there are more voices? And that's a 50-50, I guess. So it's a D8 versus a D8. That's two above. So that's a yes. Okay. I'm going to ask, are there less than six voices? 50-50. Because I don't think that there are many voices. Maybe I should just. Let me just say that I'm the GM too, So 2 plus 3. So there are Martis and Kituts and three other voices. Oh my god. Huh. But another thing I pondered is that how can, now that Marcy died, is her voice still there? That would be weird. um, what happens if I put the strange machinery near the voices, or if uh, I'm going to roll on this gum table we looked at last time, when you have a plan and see how it. Uh, actually, I should also have rolled on the scene designer table, and I haven't also any furniture into this room. Ah, should I just quickly? I can quickly just roll on the scene design table. Um, Let me do that. And see how the scene unfolds. D20. Yeah. See, it all really clicks. Location itself is the focus. Unique place, area of interest, a zone. Yes, we established that. So that's hand in hand. Okay, so my idea now is that I have a plan. How does this plan go? I'm going to use this instrument and put it into, I don't know, can I tell the difference on their voices? Is there some sort of sign that indicates whose voice it is? I'm not sure. Uh, who of my characters is the most intelligent one? Mm, they're equally intelligent, mediocre intelligence of both. Um, oh yeah, there was also the wooden leg, the faith thing with the word on it. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Let's let's um let's get rid of the dice here. Okay, I think I'm going to roll on that table where um yeah, I think it's not an exploding, it's a tense situation. But maybe it's exploding. I don't know. Is it dangerous? It's tense or risky. No, tense. I'm rambling on. D20 on a tense. 7. Facing an inconvenience. So another D20. 11. Yes, inconvenience. Something that is leaked or revealed. Yes. Hmm. Maybe when ah I don't know. Maybe when or not when Curtis puts the instrument near the machine, or there's this obvious like a keyhole or some it looks quite obvious, but it can probably be turned both ways or something. Maybe he sort of clicks clicks it, and all the voices fly out. Does that happen? I'm going to ask the Oracle. That's a 50-50. Uh, hence, that's a 3 below. So it's looking like no, but let's check it out. I did not want that to happen. Uh, no, but the no, but they all maybe they all start talking. All the voices start talking, like these seven voices talking, and it's really weird to hear Marcy's voice. Um, and I think that Ketut gets scared as well. And but um, Curtis just is interesting. Um, but I think he does something. I think that Curtis. How, this is some sort of. Can I work this machinery somehow? Is there some sort of manual to the machine, or is there some sort of symbol that they can work out? Uh, doing just are there meaningful symbols that make sense here? I'm going to ask that for the oracle. That's a 50-50. That looks like a yes. That's 3 above, but let me check what 3 above is. That's a yes, but. Um, yes, there are symbols, but it requires a skill test. Okay, so I think they're both going to roll for this, see if they can figure it out. So it's a D8 versus a D8. There's no. Oh, let me just roll the difficulty die first, actually. So that was Curtis. Now Getut. What the? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's even worse. Oh no. So let's check it out. Let's see this thing. See? 50-50. That's double trouble. I rolled a double. Worst possible outcome. I think. What's the worst possible outcome of this? When Ketut Ketut wants to get his voice back so eagerly. So he wants to, and he can't understand the symbols if they're. He can't understand the machine. He just really wants his voice back. He's going to. What happens is that he's going to uh, twist and turn the handle of that weapon with the key thing, but I think he breaks um, the weapon or it gets stuck. It does something. So um, I think he sort of um, what do you call that in English actually? Oh yeah, sort of like a short circuit. So sort of can you say diffuses? But it like makes like this really weird sound like and it just fizzles out. And what happens, I think, because it's a container, I think all the voice containers or this uh, uh, void prison or whatever that this magical prison they're in, it it stops working. So all the voices are freed at one time, and I think they fly out. I know this is I rolled for the worst possible outcome, but I think this happens uh, because we don't know if freeing the other three voices who they were, if we wreak havoc now, or I mean like open Pandora's box. So I'm going to say that the voices sort of scatter out, and then you can sort of see them fly magically. And I think that Marcy's voice flies out of the room to the left, and it seeks her because what happens now is that um, Ketut's voice oh, fly into him, and he gets his voice back, and he just says, "Oh my God, that was about time." So I don't know his voice yet, but what happens to Marcy? I think that Ketut and Curtis run as fast as they can after Marcy's voice, and it's they can just see it turn left into the wet guard room. Let's get the map up again, and yeah, let's move the two. They're running back here, uh, and I think that Marcy's voice enters Marcy's um, Marcy's mouth, and want to I have this idea. I want to give so it's not this thing. When she gets her voice back, is there some significance to it? Like, does she maybe wake up from the dead, or get her life back, or when the voice, because she was in a state without her voice, she was maybe not really dead, but or maybe she turns into some sort of zombie. I don't know. I think it needs two roles. One, I'm going to ask, does she respond to getting the voice back? Is there some sort of signs of life in some way as the voice re-enters her? And I think that's a 50-50, I guess. I don't know. Two below. No. Oh, there went my idea idea out the toilet. Idea of getting Marcy back. Let's stick with the dice though. But maybe that she got her voice back, some sort of gives her sort of all that. It's honorful, um, more honorful now that we know that her voice seeked her back, went back to her. I know, even though she died prior to getting her voice back, but still, okay. I was really hoping that um, we could get Marcy back somehow, and it fit really well with the corroded night thing. But okay, Marcy's not coming back. So I think Curtis sort of gently pats Marcy's head, like maybe closes her eyes, and then he just disappointed leaves the room with um, Ketut behind him. Yeah, our two heroes goes back to the chamber, leaving Timia and Marcy and the two guards on the table, and the turmeric Eric on the table. Lots of bodies on the table. Um, okay, yeah. They walk into this room. What do they actually see besides the machine? The strange machine. Let's roll for that. Hmm. Let's let's first roll what sort of room function it has besides containing the strange machine. 5 in a vault. It's barracks, but I'm going to interpret that as barracks for voices in the vault of voices. Um, Let me just read the barracks description. Actually, I know what a barrack is, but anyways, um, yeah, it's like the typical description of a barrack. Large group of soldiers use this area to rest and relax in likely close quarters, with small, practical beds, cots, or hammocks designed to efficiently house as many troops as possible. That's not the case here. It's maybe it was barracks before, but strange that it would put barracks in a vault actually. Oh yeah. Anyways, it's a chamber of voices. So, is there anything interesting in here? Let me just quickly roll on the floor table here to see if there's any significant key. Just hewn stone. What about the walls? Oh, get that packed earth. It's not that. Anyways, so good. You know what? I'm going to say that this room is probably really sparse. There's probably only this machinery thing, but I think the machine is taking up maybe most of the room. So yeah. Okay. Are there any exits in this room? I'm guessing there is because, but how many are there? I think it's a D6. 1 and 2 is one door, 3 and 4, 2 and 5 and 6. 2 exits out of here. Do they have door? So there's only actually there's only one because we came in through it, and that had a door. Does the other door have an exit? And then that's just a 50-50. This is just a passage. I'm thinking it is a door, but so the probably a door. Yes. So yeah, D10 versus. Okay. Double trouble. Okay. The worst possible outcome on the question two. Is there a door? Yes, but the door is locked or blocked or trapped. Trapped and blocked. Okay. Hmm. Oh God. Um, hmm. Is it? I'm going to ask obvious. No, I'm going to ask. Is it? Does it look like? Is it blocked? Obviously, not going to ask if they can see if there's a trap, but I'm going to ask: is the location of the door easy to see? No, not. So um, I'm thinking that it's a locked door, but okay. So I'm giving them a chance to avoid the trap if it's trapped. Is the door? I'm going to ask: is the door trapped? It's 50-50. Yeah, let me not roll. It is trapped, but is there a chance for them to avoid it? That's my question. No, no, no. But hey, hang on. I haven't even said that they're going to. First of all, where is the door? And 1 and 2 above, 3 and 4 east, and 5 and 6 south. North. To the north. Okay. The door to the north. Okay. Um, let's move our heroes up here. It's probably around here. Let's draw a door. A door. Oh, yeah, door. Hmm. Okay. So I think what happens is that they're trying to open the door and they discover that it's locked. And as they do so, they trigger trap. I can't remember if they've any traps. And I've got another book for traps. Use that because I don't think there's only pits. Let me just quickly find that one. And it's going to be untold encounters, the random kind. So, going to go for the last bit. I think there is a trap. Trap table. Yeah, traps. Going to roll. Just going to say there's one trap trigger, but how many trap effects are there? Whoopsie, 99. 3 trap effects. But hang on. Yeah, I haven't said anything about that. Oh yeah, I have. They're trying to open the door. It's locked. And there are 3 traps effects. So I have to roll 3 times. Only one trigger trap effect. Okay. So it's the first effect is personal trapped. The trap only affects the character that triggered it. So who of them opened the door? I think that must be Curtis. So trap that effect one of the effects Curtis. And the next effect triggers an area up to 20 feet. And yeah, so okay. And the last effect covers a small area. But what are those effects? The first one that affects. Oh dear, don't like high numbers in this one. Can you actually see along here? No, you can't. Let me just go it for you. Why can't you see it? Doesn't it? Okay, here. Okay. Looking better now. Okay. What did I roll again? 93. Stairs slide. That's a reroll. There are no stairs here because the door's locked. Or maybe, actually, I could also say that if they get the door unlocked somehow, they could, they will slide down. But, let me roll again. 30. How horrible. It's a concealed pit. Classic hole in the ground without the extra surprises. Okay, I think there's actually some explanation in further detail. What was the name again? Concealed pit. Okay. A hole in the ground that has either been camouflaged in some way or has a hidden trapdoor style mechanism. The pit is 10 foot square and is as deep as the trap's area of effect. Apply falling damage as per system you are running. There's a 30% chance of spikes that are extra light damage. Okay. Okay. We roll dice again. No. Okay. There's no spikes, but fall damage. What should we say about that? I'm just going to say that it's. What am I going to say? It's Curtis who falls. That's some trapdoor. Um, is Curtis really down to 3? Did I mix them? What? It's Curtis who has you. Did I? You really down? Oh yeah, Curtis is down to 3. Hmm. Um, let's say he just loses 1. uh, so the next effect, which fills the majority of the room, what is that? The roll for that. 36. Oh. Elemental forces. Bound elementals attack. What? Let me just read it. What was the name again? Elemental forces. Okay, the effect of this trap is provided by a bound raw elemental creature that counts as an elite monster. Roll and roll even odds for each element to determine type. Roll even odds for each elemental to determine type. But there's only one. I'm just going to roll a 4-sided die then to see. Then we go from ground up. Earth 1, fire 2, water 3, air 4. It's an air elemental. Sort of a voice. Beast, maybe? Okay, before we jump into another fight, let's see what the last effect is. Oh dear. 45. A floodgate. Liquid is released, flooding the area. Okay, what I'm going to say here is that the rain, the flood we already had here, is not so much part of this trap. It's just getting worse with the flooding. So, okay, we have flooding. So maybe what I could do is I could put a timer on this fight and say that if we don't beat this elemental within 6 rounds, we're pretty beep. Okay, so okay, let me quickly summarize this. So actually, I don't know the order of the traps. This is pretty silly, but there's a trap door, and water pours in the trap where Curtis fell in because there's already water on the ground. It's pouring heavily down, which in a sense should make it easier for him to get out of the pit. Actually, in my thinking, but we unleashed an air elemental, an elite creature. So, oh dear, is that a D20 creature or is that a D12? Elite sounds like the worst sort of creature, right? Is it a D20? I'm not going to give him any bonuses if I'm going to say D20. I'm going to say it's a D20. Maybe I kill the rest of the party now. Let's see. This is horrible. Okay. I think actually the water that poured down helped Curtis out. I'm just going to say that. Rolling a D6. 3. Let's consult the Rügsæk. Combat hazard die. 3 is expiration. So something expires. A torch depletes. A spell is forgotten. Brain test. A magic effect expires prematurely, etc. Oh yeah. Of course. Let me say that uh, Ketut wasn't so daft that he didn't light a torch when he needed one. So I'm going to say that he lit one, and it has passed quite some time, and another turn depletes on his torch he's holding now. So he's down to 4 uses. Okay. So yeah, it's so let's get this. Get this motherfucker. Okay, Curtis, in my rules, I haven't got anything particular about that creatures of magic aren't affected by mundane weapons. Let's just say now that this weapon can affect him. Okay. So, rolling a d20. What do you know? What do you know? Okay, I rolled a 20. So, I could actually here now roll. I could gamble now and roll a d4. And to see. Yeah, let's consult the combat rules because I could. Let's do that. And read them. Read the crit rules. Where are they? So I'm attacking. But oh yeah, he's rolling a d20 and his defense good. So It would be a fumble on my side if I rolled a 1, so I should not. Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah, I know. It's a deep. I'm attacking, so he's making the defense roll. Whatever. So no harm done. I'm just going to use my D. Wasn't it D10 I had? Yes. Curtis Cutpurse has a strength of D10. Voila. It's a miss. It's just a miss. Would have been bad. Okay, so he misses the elemental, and now it's doesn't I think oh yeah, I think he's going to cast now that he got his uh voice back, he's going to use it. So he's the way that troubadours work is that he can rummage his rucksack for spell, and the spell he's going to rummage after is the following. Where is it? Magic songs. A ode to nimble thief. Happy. Fate is shifted one die step up. Lasts 1 hour. The baby ghoul's grin. The troubadour plays a detuned and horrid lullaby that sends shivers down the spine of your opponent. Does not work on the undead. It can actually work on an elemental. If he doesn't pass a faith test, he must flee in terror. That could be one to cast. The Tale of Great Sir Gavin. Anyone who carries a melee weapon gets +2 to attack power for the rest of the fight. That would be quite nice. Slanted and enchanted, the troubadour performs this song. When the troubadour, a sickly purple haze seems to stream from the hole of the lute and onto the ground. All enemies near the troubadour must succeed an agi test or have their DD denoted 1 step. That is also quite nice. I could also heal us because we're pretty low on. Okay, I'm going to heal us. No, because it's only momentarily. He could also just cast a harmful spell. Actually, I think he's going to see if he can make the air elemental flee. Okay, so it takes 1 turn to find it and 1 turn to cast it. So, okay. If he is successful, the opponent can make a faith test. Do this. So the opponent I could also, maybe I should change the rules in this one. It could also just be a versus roll. I don't know. Let's see if he casts the spell first. This raises so many questions, actually. Is the target difficulty number the situation or the target? Hmm. In order to, okay, if it's the target, he has to roll a 12 on a 12-sided die now, because he's +1 to faith rolls. He did not. Oh my god. Okay. So It's the air elemental's turn. 1, 2, 3, he attacks. Curtis, 4, 5, 6, it's Ketut. It's Curtis. Oh, fuck off. I rolled a 1. Okay, he can now choose to. It doesn't really matter. He could, because he's got a 20-sided die. It doesn't, not obvious for him to denote his. He could use a D4 to see if he could crit now, but I mean, that would be useless in this situation because he's got a D20, and that is so horrible. I think that oh my god, Curtis is about to. He's looking. He's looking at the face of death now, or staring at the death's door. So let's look at this. Let's roll. Yeah, that's bad. Curtis goes down. If he does not succeed a faith test, let me just read the rules again in the start somewhere. Uh, when you run out of hearts, you must pass a faith test or die. Again, I have to be more specific in my rules about this. Is this against the situation or is it against the opponent difficulty? I'm going to say, which I've done before, that it's the opponent difficulty, but I have to state that in the text. Yes. That's even worse than what is Curtis's faith. That's a d6. What do you know? Let's just roll it. Yeah. Okay. This is so. Oh God. Mm, okay. Curtis goes down and dies. Ah! Hmm, bad. Okay. Okay. What does Ketut do? Anyone with brains would run away now. Oh, okay. I'm going to close down Curtis's picture and okay. Is he going to? So let's just. Okay. Petit Ketut is fighting on. Oh God, what does he do? Can he cast some sort of spell? He probably can. Spells again. Yeah. Maybe he's just going to cast the Sonatic Diadem. The troubadour targets an enemy and sends hurtful sound waves through the air, aimed at the enemy's ears. This is a harmful spell. Uses a turn rummaging through his Rügsæk. Second action, or not a turn, sorry. Second action, he tries to cast the spell. Pling! Please roll low. He misses. And so, did I forget to roll turns here? I can't remember. Is it a new turn? Yeah, it is. Actually, let's completely reverse that. So 5 is a good thing because I think 5 is a science, isn't it? Yeah, keynote. Okay, let me just quickly get uh, now difficulty die of D12. That's good. Okay, and so now it's his turn. He rummages through his rucksack and 5 plus 1, that's a 5. That's a miss still. And now it's the air elemental's turn. Oh, he hits Ketut for 2, so he's down to 3. New round 2. That again. Suffer minor harm. Beep. Oops. Oh, didn't I just? So, but it's still Ketut, and he does the same thing again. He misses again. Oh my god. Oh, and also actually, it's his strength die. Forgot to use it. Oh, but it's a D8. Shit. Okay, wasn't prepared for that. I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for. So, Petit Ketut and Curtis Codpurse tried to do good and help their friends. But alas, they lost their lives in the fight against the trapped door that summoned an air elemental of elite powers. Oh dear. I did not expect that. guess that somehow ends this adventure. And it's so tragic. Uh, yes, what I'm going to do is that um, I'm going to roll a new character and take us on another adventure when I'm ready. Oh, poor guys. That was just what can I say? It's also because this whole playing Rügsæk solo is also like a game testing for me for my game, and I can say that mm, yeah, I I'll just say put it like this. I tried to stay in the fights to see how the combat rules work, and I know it's a tough game. It can be from time to time a bit swingy, but I actually like that. It's a dangerous game, and if let's say let's say that I roll a new character and go on a new adventure. Let's say that I think I'm going to say that I want to play more safe. This this Work 6 solo episodes was more about to show and me learning, show the rules, and me also game testing, I guess. So the test succeeded, but we also learned that Rügsæk is quite hurtful to player characters if they go into a fight. Um, there was some really nice characters, and my God, I just I just draw, I just let's put them up again. I mean, I just drew some really nice portraits of the guys. It was a short life. He just got his voice back and all. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm going to I'm going to roll a new adventure, and then I'm going to play. I think I'm going to pick up my pace and my pace, and not like I'm trying to rush it, but I'm just going to do some procedures quicker and see if I can actually get further into an adventure than just 3 rooms in a dungeon and not die. I'm going to play more. I learned a lesson here as well. I'm going to play more safe. I'm going to use, as they say here in Denmark, both suspenders and belt at the same time. Uh, yeah, I guess that's it for tonight, guys. So yeah, let me just close these portraits again, and yeah, catch you next time on a new adventure. Maybe I should roll a 12-sided die now to at least see what our next protagonist is going to be, and maybe end this one on a bit lighter note. And I can say if yeah, let's just try and roll. But if I get some of the same cards again, I will be a bit disappointed. But let's see. What's a number 6? I think it's one we already had, isn't it? It's the corroded knight again. What can I do? We haven't had the fighting man or the nimble thief or the cursed lordling. I'm just going to give them numbers and roll again. Let me see. We haven't had vicar either. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fighting man, vicar, and nimble thief. And 4 is cursed lordling. And 5 is truffle sniffer. 6 is puka. So it's an 8-sided die. So and 7 is mushroom man. And 8 is dragon dance. I'm going to throw an 8-sided die to see which sort of character we're going with. So that's a 4. That's 1, 2, 3. That's actually the cursed lordling. Interesting. Maybe just before we close up, maybe have a look at the cursed lordling. I think we shall. Lordling. Okay. So I have an ailment, or what do you call it? That's called cursed. Iron burns your skin, +1 damage received from iron weapons. Iron burns your skin, and so you cannot wield regular weapons or wear regular armor other than leather. Yeah. And okay, so that's light armor. But I've also got an elf-made family signet ring. Can open any locked door, even from a distance. A beam of light shoots from the ring and onto the locking mechanism or door. I also got a hooded cloak of invisibility. Raising the hood makes the wearer invisible. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, so the Cursed Lordling character class is sort of a guy that, or a guy, is a character that starts with, instead of bonuses to his abilities, he starts with inventory. Great inventory, even. And I also have an elf-made family rapier. A magical rapier +2 to attack power. I got those, and I got a Rügsæk and D6 rations, D6 torches, and D6 times 10 coins. So I have a little more coin to spend. Yeah, so that's it. Okay. Yeah, rest in peace, Curtis and Pitut. Rest in peace. Good night.